Howdy, 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 Mrs. Shapiro here. So this is the practice for the spring final. All right, so I'm going to send this to you soon, and I will post the solution on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day your class meets, and I will be available online for office hours during class time on Monday or Tuesday, whichever day I meet you. So I just wanted to give you a few reminders. These first 4 problems are just simplify. So you have to see if you can factor the numbers using a perfect square, and then you need to simplify the radicals also. Okay. The second type of problems on this page are adding and subtracting, but before you can combine, you need to simplify what's in the radical to see if they're like terms. If they're already like terms, just add them. But these need to be simplified, and then they may or may not have like terms for you to combine together. All right. Same thing with these first problems at the top of the page here. These multiplication problems, you need to distribute. So you're doing this times each of those. And remembering, once you do the multiplying, you need to check the radicals and make sure you can, you've simplified everything you can in the radical sign. So for example, if when you multiply, here you'll get a square root of 12, you need to factor that square root of 12 to square root of 4 times square root of 3. All right, more multiplying here. Again, this is a binomial, so you're doing this times both of these, this 2 times both of these, and then simplifying and combining any like terms. Okay. Equations we did this week, so they should be fresh in your mind. You have to remember to get the radical all by itself. So for example, here there's a number 1 with it. You would have to subtract a 1 from both sides so that you just have the radical here. Okay. And then it comes to the problems where you have a radical on both sides. Those are actually sort of the most simple in that you can just square both sides and then solve an equation. All right, on these kind of problems, this is error analysis. So you have to go through the problem and find the mistake. And then you have to show the work correctly. So identify what line. So for example, if the mistake is on line 3, Roman numeral 3, you have to say what the mistake is on line 3, and then you have to do the problem correctly, okay, using the quadratic formula. Same thing on the second problem on this page. And then on the last page, these are problems where you need to determine A, B, and C and you have to find the vertex to find the maximum height the hero will reach. And then you have to decide, when you find that, has he gone high enough to get over the building that's 425 feet? So there's a little interpretation there. I gave you some notes here that you have to define A, B, and C. And so there is no C value here. All right, so this is like a +0. You've got squared, first power, no power. So you need to use this formula to find your X value, and then you substitute whatever you get from that into the equation to find your Y value. And you'll have an ordered pair as an answer, and it tells you here that this is height and time. Okay, so this is time is the X-axis, height is the Y-axis. Okay, same thing on this problem. Okay, gave you some notes. I will post an answer key, do all this work in your composition book. I am not collecting this or grading this. This is your practice. The ball's in your court. Okay? I think it's important that you do it, but I'm not going to grade it. You need to do it so you do well on the final. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.